licensed. What we brought on board is MyClyns Food Wash.
Wow.
And it's it in its simplicity it's truly genius. And what it does is it sets up our demonstrations, and again it gives that visual validation of what we're talking about. And so what does it do? Why is it so amazing? Well, what it does is it truly cleans not just your produce, but your meats, your poultries, and your fish. So it decontaminates, cleans, removes. It's truly a 3 to, well, depends on who you talk to, 3 to 4 step process. I like to say 3. So what does it do?
Yes.
Let's talk about produce and how it gets from the farm to your table. Produce is grown, and it's on a corporate farm. It's grown, chemical fertilizers, chemical pesticides, just toxics and poisons, and are put on the all of the produce, and they're grown, and then they're harvested, and then they're cleaned. Well, sometimes stuff is left behind. It's not a fail-safe, clean everything process. I mean, take what's going on in Germany right now. I mean, they have that E. coli breakout with the cucumbers, which is, it's pretty bad stuff that's going on over there. So, we're not the farmers are not truly able to get everything clean all the time as much as they would like it to.
Could I just ask, what about organic? If you buy organic?
Well, it's the same thing. I mean, organics they still have to grow them. They still have to keep the bugs off. So it's a natural product. It's not a chemical, but they're still spraying all the produce. And then, you take that into, so we have our chemicals, our pesticides and stuff, and we clean them. But how do you get it from the farm to the grocery store? Well, I mean, normal produce, if you don't do anything to it, it's got a life cycle of about, it'll be good for a couple days. So they encase it in wax. Did you know that all the produce in your grocery store is encased in a wax? It's not going to hurt you, but there's a wax and what happens is that wax traps the germs, traps the dirt, can trap the chemicals that are used to grow your produce. It's there. I mean, in all of your produce.
So not just apples.
And it's not just your the corporate produce, but it's also the organics, because it's a natural wax. So what this does is it penetrates the wax, it cleans, it decontaminates, and then it removes everything. And it's got a glycerin attached to it and it removes everything. So you truly have a clean piece of produce. You can also, like I said, you can use it for fish or poultry or meat. Spray it on the meat and it decontaminates and truly cleans your food as you're preparing it.
Wow. That's something I have never done.
Yeah. So with that, would you guys like to see a little demonstration?
We sure would. How about all of you? Would you like to see?
I think they would.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We're just going to answer for them.
So, here's typically what I like to do and what I like to say to people. I put about 2 caps of the food wash in.
And you're filling it to the very top?
And I'm filling it to the very top. Now, notice that it looks pretty clear.
Right.
Yeah.
The reason that it looks pretty clear is that I use distilled water. And there are no chemicals in it, so there's no reaction that's going on between our food wash and the water. So
could you use tap water?
You could, but it would make it cloudy.
Oh, okay.
So, excuse me. So part of this demonstration, part of what we're going to show is all the dirt that we're getting off of the produce with our food wash, and the fact that water just doesn't cut it.
Okay, so for wellness coaches, they would want to use a distilled water.
They would want to use a distilled water. We want an apples to apples
for the demonstration.
For the demonstration.
Okay.
So, so I talked about penetration, and I talked about wax. So I've got two 2 pieces of broccoli here. Exactly the same. And when you demonstrate this, I always like to clean them at the same time and, just get, whoa. Hey there, killer.
Hey.
But clean them for the same time, rinse them off, thoroughly rinse them off. I'm not a vegetable, I wasn't a vegetable cleaner, but until about 5 years ago when I really started caring about what I put into my body when I got married and followed a kid.
Oh my gosh.
But so notice when you bring out the broccoli out of the water, the beating. I mean, the fact that the water's not getting the wax off.
Oh yeah, it's just sitting on top.
It's just sitting on top.
Can they see this? That's pretty amazing.
And then with look at the water.
Oh, look at
just
the water
running
going
off.
out, yeah.
Oh,
And no
it's
beating.
not.
And no beating.
It's like, it looks like little crystals inside, but no.
But look
Oh
at the
my
difference
gosh.
Oh, yeah.
in the color.
Much darker.
And I
You
didn't
can all see
scrub.
that.
I just dipped it in our food wash.
That's
And
pretty remarkable.
15, 20 seconds, but at the end of the day, we're penetrating, we're cleaning, and we're removing the dirt.
That's amazing.
It is amazing. I'm just looking at them.
I like to use, when I demonstrate this, I like these little canisters, these little containers, and the reason is that it's easy, no muss, no fuss, and you can just
You just put
them right in there,
in this.
and it's actually kind of a neat visual because, and people at home can't see it, but you can see the water beating
Yes,
on top of the
beating up.
raspberries
Oh, it is.
in the
And not-
water.
but not in
These
that one.
already look better. Wow.
And then what we're able to do is we're able to.
Oh my goodness.
Did you grab that for me and
Absolutely.
open that?
Let's hope I can open it without all going everywhere. Oh my, look at. I hope you can all see this as well as we can here. But the one that Carter has, the food wash, is a brilliant red.
Yeah.
I like to say fire engine red.
Okay.
It's fire engine red.
We have a marketing manager, the VP of marketing at our firm. He's pretty into cars, and he's got some kind of
Fire
fancy
engine
red that he calls his car.
Yeah, okay.
Blue Aries is another good testing, and again, just dip them in there in the container. You flip them around.
Maybe we need to put them side by side.
Yeah, that's probably wise.
We
And
really
again,
should do
it's.
that.
And here's another thing. Our product is all natural. It's you can clean organic and vegan produce. Obviously, vegan's produce, but vegan foods, and retain that distinction. Retain organic and vegan distinction.
Mine are still kind of cloudy.
Gray.
And, yeah, they're gray,
Wow.
and yours
And
are
ours are
brilliant
Really
blue.
brilliant. Now, do you have to rinse this off?
You should. Well, let me say this. You don't have to.
You don't have to.
You don't have
because
to,
it's all
because-
natural.
Yours up a little bit like this.
And it's delicious.
Wow.
Doggone it.
Hmm.
So
Oh, wow.
it's all natural. Let me prop them
I
up.
don't know.
Let the world to see.
Right.
And then
And
the
you're
last
just-
fruit.
You're
that
just
I-
using the same water. You're not cleaning in between or.
That's right. Not
Yeah.
cleaning in between.
So
Just
this lasts a nice amount of time.
just dropping them in.
So if you were having a party and you wanted to do a fresh fruits or vegetables, you could do them all
Yeah.
at one
Yeah.
time.
And my sister was really the first person that got to demonstrate this on the tightrope. She's a wellness coach. Hi, Meg. And anyway, and she did an amazing thing when she was doing her demonstration. She just kind of just worked the strawberries in and just kind of yapped it. So she just worked the strawberries in and she just carried on conversation with the rest.
Ah, I can't see the bowls.
So you can't see the bowls. The peanut gallery in the
Oh.
back is telling us they cannot see our bowls. I'll let you finish what you're doing before I get your sleeve in
There
here.
was a lot of sign language going on, but we weren't getting it.
If you could see
All right.
what's going on behind us, you would be astonished. Literally.
And so I like to work it in there a little bit.
Gosh, Leah, look at you're right,
Oh.
Lisa. I mean, look at,
And especially with the strawberries.
Pull
Yeah.
these out. And again,
This water's,
Yeah.
there's nothing actually even hardly in there,
Yeah.
pure water.
And so, here you are.
But look at how,
Yeah.
look
Yeah.
how much has come out.
And that's the final step. I mean, why don't you hold? So if you hold this up,
Ooh,
you get underneath the light. You see that? You can see just the gray
Yeah.
and the goop and all.
and this one's virtually clear, which shows us what, Carter?
Well, it shows
Nothing
us-
came off.
Nothing came off.
Wow.
It didn't penetrate the wax. It wasn't able to get to the dirt. And so, what this product does, again, it speaks to our, well, it really was the precursor to our coming up with crafting the 360 degrees of protection. And it really gives, again, that visual validation of what we're doing. I'm sorry. And it shrinks that leap of faith that we're not asking people to take, that people need to take, because, again, the products are so different, they're so amazing,
Yeah.
that it's just not what they're used to, and it makes it a step of faith. And I couldn't be more excited about this
Yeah.
product.
Wow. And you sure wouldn't want to drink
No,
that.
no.
Do you know, Carter, I remember when I saw you demonstrate this at Meg's, and Meg's husband, who had just first seen it demonstrated, said, well, now I can believe the rest of what you've been telling
Yeah.
me, because here you're giving me a valid,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
these
can see
products
it.
work.
Absolutely.
it really does. And, to your point, it's a game changer. And
Yeah.
the fact that we are able to provide this to our wellness coaches and their customers it's a source of pride for me.
absolutely,
Yeah.
for me too.
Oh,
So-
gosh. That's exciting. So tell me about the different sizes that we have available.
One's big, no.
And one
spray.
is little.
So we have a 32 ounce and we have a 12 ounce spray. And what's really good about the 12 ounce spray is, this is kind of a production, but, excuse me,
No, I'll move over.
but if you just want
You're on
to
your
grab
break.
a couple pieces of strawberry and just get it out.
Okay, so I don't want to do all
You don't
of
wanna
them
do that,
right
just-
now.
Yeah, if you just want to eat an apple, pull it out of the fridge, just squirt away.
Or you're sending your child's apple or fruit
Yeah.
for school or whatever.
Yeah, and then you can use this water to rinse it off if you want
If
to,
you
because there's nothing in there. And there you go.
And then the wash. That
So you really need them both.
Well, sure.
Yeah, I use them both.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially, I like to go to farmer's market
Mm-hmm.
and, they're like, oh,
And it
that's,
smells like grapefruit or something.
well, it's a citric acid.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So that's what's helping us, clean. But I like to go to farmer's market, but at the end of the day, that's off of somebody's truck, and you really want to make sure that stuff's
Absolutely.
clean. So everything I get from the farmer's
Yeah.
market, I put our food wash in. So
Well, Carter, thank you so much for sharing this with us tonight.
you
yeah.
are
And you know what?
very-